Hi again, Mississippi. This is Adria Latalati, Deputy Director of Project Impact Mississippi, coming back for another scholarship recipient announcement. So next, well, first of all, thank you all for joining us again. So we'll just bring up the next scholarship sponsor. This is the Theta Iota Community Service Scholarship. And those sponsors are Joseph Rutherford, and once again, we're bringing back out Brian Ferguson as another sponsor of another scholarship. Hi, welcome back, Brian. Hi, Joseph, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine, and how are you?
I'm doing very well. Thanks for asking.
Got a good voice, Joseph.
He does, a strong, impactful voice. Okay, so we'll just jump right in. So I just wanted to thank you, Joseph, and again, you too, Brian, for partnering with Project Impact Mississippi to do this scholarship with us. You know, we can't do what we do without you. So again, thank you so much for joining us in this initiative.
Well, thank you.
Both of you. So I would love to ask you. I'll just start with you, Joseph. I know that this is the Theta Iota chapter of Phi Beta Sigma Incorporated. I know I can't leave that off.
Be careful, make sure.
You know, I walk on eggshells. Okay. Can you talk about how your fraternity and even your chapter supports education in other ways? If you have any other scholarships that you do, can you speak about that?
So for our chapter, for our fraternity, we have national programs that we contribute to, which is Bigger, Better Business, Education, and Social Action. And so we contribute to those national programs through different events that we host on campus and for the community. And so for the Theta Iota chapter, we have actually adopted a school, and we do a lot of educational things with the youth. Mm-hmm. And we believe in growing up the youth and bringing them up in the right way so that they can be successful, especially the young men, so that they can be prominent figures in society. And so just a couple other things that we do. We, of course, we give this scholarship and we present this to aid people because it's part of our motto, culture for service, service for humanity. So we are the people's frat. We give back to the people, and we are serving our community through this scholarship. And what we do, and we also have another scholarship that we give for Sigma Beta Club, which is the youth that go underneath us, and we serve as kind of mentors to those youth of service. That's ways that we give back educational wise.
I love how you stated, especially regarding how you all support young boys and wanting them to be prominent. And I love how you stated that, because that's definitely a need in our community, especially the community that Project Impact serves. You know, we try to reach those students who don't have the access to a lot of resources to be what you're trying to get the young guys to be. So we definitely appreciate the passion and the motivation behind that scholarship in doing that. Brian, can you speak to what motivated the chapter to do this scholarship? And with the question, $50 billion, I think is what it was. How would you, if Bill Gates gave you, I think it was a great question, and it's definitely something that the youth need to take into consideration. What would you do with this if Bill Gates and Melinda Gates gave you all of this money, especially for youth who may not have a lot, to begin with? So can you talk about the motivation behind that question?
Yeah, first let me say thank you to Joseph. Hopefully I get to meet you real soon, man. I'm really impressed about with all the things you guys are doing. in the Starkville Golden Triangle area. So keep up the great work there. And Adria, also, thank you for saying the Theta Iota chapter Phi Beta Sigma Incorporated correctly.
I tried.
Yes, yes.
We do appreciate that. That's major.
You know, I do what I can when I can.
The question itself for me, we, of course, what we're doing here on a broad scale as a fraternity, we're trying to make sure that we are using the resources that's bestowed on us correctly. So what we're trying to do is influence the younger generation to be a part of a community give back, a service component. And the fraternity has done that for over 100 years, founded in 1914. So
wow.
You're talking about a long history of community service. It's only right that the chapter itself awards scholarships to the community that it serves. So we have been blessed as a organization. The Theta Iota chapter has done a lot of work throughout the years in its history being in the Starkville Golden Triangle area and at Mississippi State University. We've done a lot of work, had a long lineage of people who've put in a lot of ground and pound, trying to make sure that the organization stays prestigious. Joseph is an indication that I've done a good job on my side.
You by yourself?
Not just on my side individually as a person. You know, it takes many of us, but I've done a great job, and so have the other brothers done a great job of leaving back a legacy. So these guys have something to lean on, so that they can go out and provide and do that mission for all of the communities that that they serve. So big purpose. The question was simply to try to get people to identify with, hey, what are you going to do with your resources if you were given that opportunity?
Wow, that was so powerful. The line that that was powerful, Brian. Wow, I got goosebumps when you said that, man.
Right.
It's just short and simple like that. It was powerful.
Yeah, but we did it. It's sincere. We've done it for years. I've been a member for 17, maybe 18. I don't know. A little while now, and I'm happy that the chapter is still doing great work. So,
yeah,
it definitely paved the way for us.
Oh, I can speak to that too. I can speak to that. Being, you know, I was at Mississippi State with Brian, and that line that crossed with his chapter. I guess that sounds your chapter. I'm so not.
No worries. My line. You had to write my line.
Okay.
Spring 03, Theta Iota chapter.
Yeah, and I think like that's when we all became like kind of close to like friends. And I can tell you that, you know, that I actually admired, I had respect for the fraternity even back then, and just everything that you all were doing in the community back then, and just how you all, you know, maintained and what's the word I'm looking for? Like your presence was so respectful and respectable. And so I can tell that foundation was laid to like where you are now, Joseph. I could definitely speak to that, just being like on the outside and just looking, you know, just as a lay person in the community. So that's great. Like wonderful work, and please keep up the good work. We need it. So, okay, now for the big reveal. So now without further ado, I keep saying without further ado, I present to you everyone the recipient of the Theta Iota Community Service Scholarship, Sarah Broadway.
Awesome. Hey, Sarah.
Hey, Sarah.
Hey, Sarah. I had to switch my screen. How you doing today?
Doing good. How about y'all?
We're doing well. I'm doing well.
We're all doing well.
Well, I just want to start off by saying congratulations on being the recipient of this scholarship.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And thank you for your interest in the scholarship. That means a lot to us as Project Impact Mississippi, who, you know, we do a lot. We're trying to get, you know, communities together to provide the resources for youth in need, and who just, you know, looking forward to getting to college and just accessing the education that they so deserve. So I wanted to ask you, well, first of all, tell us a little more about yourself.
Well, I'm from Tupelo, Mississippi, and graduating this year, of course. And
Congratulations.
yeah, I'm going to state in the fall, and I'm planning on majoring in biochemistry because I have to go to medical school one day. At least that's the plan right now. So
Oh my
That's
gosh. Oh,
That's
that's
great.
beautiful.
That's great.
I love to hear when the youth talk about being in the medical field. Let me
I'm
ask
really
you
excited.
let me ask you this: with everything that's going on right now, does that provide you with like a little more motivation, or does it make you kind of hesitate? Like, what does this current pandemic situation do for your thinking for going towards that field?
I would say that it probably motivates me a little bit more just because you never know what can happen. Like, I never thought that we'd be in like a national pandemic or I guess worldwide pandemic. And people just,
Global.
you need
Yeah.
people to step up and like do something about it. Because I mean, the medical field's never going to like stop, you know?
Yeah,
Like, it's never
absolutely.
going to die out. So, there's always a need for people. So, I'm excited.
Absolutely. And I hear the undertone in that is that you're ready for any challenge. Like you're ready to step up to the plate whenever it's needed.
Yes, I love a challenge.
That
More fun.
That's
yes, Sarah.
good. That's good. Right there.
Great. Okay, well, let me ask you this. Can you speak about the application process for you, what it was like to apply for that, and what motivated you and your response to that topic regarding a whole lot of resources?
I thought like the application process was honestly really exciting because most scholarship applications you just kind of write an essay and just submit it, but this was really like more interactive. I thought it was very like it was pretty easy to do. My hardest part was just taking a video where I didn't mess up. So
I get
that's
that.
really but honestly, I love making the video and my response probably another hard part was trying to comprehend how much $20 billion was exactly and how much it was to do with
I get
that.
that.
I just thought there's a lot of third world countries and places that don't have a lot of access to food. And education, I feel like, is like the first step into doing, solving that problem.
Right.
And, that's just what I thought about it. And I just thought it was just something that needs to be recognized, that maybe access to education should be the first step in solving a bunch of problems in our world.
Absolutely. And I like that that's where your thinking went straight to helping and not just, oh, I'm gonna buy a mansion, I'm gonna buy a Ferrari, I'm gonna go to Italy and buy me a house in Italy, buy me a house in France. Your response went straight to helping others. And that's what it's all about, Sarah. So I appreciate that about you. I also understand that this scholarship is sort of a, what's the word?
Legacy.
Like a legacy, yeah. So is that correct that your brother was the recipient of this exact same? Is he around you right now?
I think he's actually in the dining room. I don't know if he's in a class right now.
Oh, okay.
He may be in his class because he's doing a engineering class for the summer.
Oh gosh,
So,
engineering.
He just had his finals and start a new one.
Well, we won't bother him. We'll let him do engineering. Say no more. Let him stay.
It's not a joke.
Okay, so you spoke about okay, I want to make sure I get this right. What's your major again? What's it gonna be?
Biochemistry with a concentration in pre-medicine.
Pre-medicine. Okay. Biochemistry. How does that really how does that lead into pre-med? Exactly.
For what, like, biochemistry is kind of like the study of how like chemical reactions like react with like inside of your body. So it kind of puts like whenever I took chemistry, all we learned was about like the chemicals and like reactions and just like that sense. Like you didn't really think about it in like a living standpoint, I guess. So you have it like just how it works in your body and how those reactions like affect you and how it makes your body work and stuff. And I just find that really interesting because I've always just like wondered like more about how like things like happen, like kind of, I'm trying to think of the words, take place. Like,
I know what you're saying. I'm trying to think.
You didn't already know what that was, Adrian?
I was like communications, language arts. Like I was even a language arts teacher. You know, I already told you math makes me itch, and science I just off the map. But I appreciate any and everyone who indulges in all of that, and I understand their thinking too. Yeah, I have to know everything about everything, but I'm not there yet with the science. So good job, girl. Okay, so I'll just begin to wrap it up. Is there anything that, Brian and Joseph, is there anything you want to say to Sarah?
Yeah, I'd just like to say congratulations, Sarah. This has been I think this is maybe the third or fourth year of this scholarship. We've asked the same question on it for the last few years, and you had a great response. Much appreciated. We actually, honestly, I just want to congratulate you for graduating this year under these circumstances. I know it's hard on all the students. Welcome to the Mississippi State family. All three of us will be alumni soon. All four of us will be alumni soon. And thank you again for applying, and good luck in the future.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate the opportunity. Like y'all are so gracious, just give. So thank you.
Absolutely. It's on our heart. What about you, Joseph?
As a current student, I'm currently a double major, computer engineering and mathematics with a minor in music. So I kind of know a little bit about what you're going to go through with biochemistry. So I hope to see you on campus in the next few years, because I hope you'll see me there. And from the Theta Iota chapter, as the current president, I do want to congratulate you and commend you on your accolades and all that you've done up to this point, especially, as Brian had said, going through this pandemic and graduating and being the recipient of the scholarship. It means a lot to us to be able to give it to someone who represents what we're trying to look for in shaping the society and shaping the community, as being a leader, being someone who is a go-getter. As you say, you like to take a challenge. And so we're glad that we can entrust you with this scholarship, and we know that you'll use it for a good purpose.
Beautiful.
And from New Albany, so I know exactly where you're coming from.
Oh, look at that.
Small world.
Wow, full circle. Was it ×2 with the Mississippi State and the biochemistry stuff, and then the hometown, and then the brother getting I love
a lot
these
going on, man. Smart people, good gracious.
Absolutely.
Adrian, me and you are by far the least smart. That ain't even a word. Definitely on this call. Good job, y'all.
Hey, and I'm not mad at that, because we need people like both of you to do what you do.
Agreed.
So. All right. Well, again, Sarah, congratulations on everything. Again, being the recipient of this scholarship, graduating, like they said, and good luck for everything that you have coming up, and your future career. Please know that we thank you in the future for the work that you're going to be doing.
Yes.
I have to say
Thank
that.
you.
Yeah.
It was so nice to meet y'all.
Nice to meet you too, Sarah. And nice to meet you too, Joseph. And I want y'all to have a great weekend. Kiss your moms for Mother's Day and give her a hug and show some respect.
All right.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye. See y'all.
Bye. Oh, that was amazing. Again, another moment, another full circle moment. I love the whole, legacy of this scholarship going to the sister of the one who got the scholarship about 3 years ago. I think that's what they said. I also want to sort of talk about just a little bit, you guys, the scholarship process. Sarah brought up the fact that it's an easy process. And a lot of the other students that we've talked to so far, the recipients, also mentioned it's an easy process. So next year, current juniors, class of 2021, please know the scholarship process is not an essay. We really just want to know more about you, and we want to see you, and we want to see what you're passionate about and how you respond to the questions in video. We've realized this is the technology age, and I think your generation Y or X, or I don't know. But after the millennials, we know that you all will be over the technology and everything, and you're our future. So we want to see you instead of just reading your essay. So I just say all of that to say that please take into consideration our application process. Know that we will be here again next year for you when you get ready to apply for one of our scholarships. All right, now step off of my my box. I forgot the name of the box, but soapbox. Wrapping up here, stay tuned for another video coming up soon. We will be going to another scholarship sponsor and announcing that recipient as well. So we'll be back in a few minutes, y'all. All righty, bye.